young minds of class 8. I'm your English grammar digital mentor, front of you all again with a new chapter, which is chapter number 4 of your book, Pronouns. So let's start with the starter part. Here you have to read the story and circle the words that you find is not suitable. So let's read the paragraph and circle the words together. Pick up your pens and circle with me. So let's read the sentence one by one. There was a farmer. The farmer lived in a small village. In the first sentence, we have already told about the farmer. So in the second sentence, instead of the farmer again, we can use he. So that we can write the sentence, he lived in a small village. So we will circle here the farmer. Next sentence is, the farmer had a duck. Here again, the farmer is written again. So instead of the farmer, we can use he. He had a duck. The duck gave a golden egg every day. By selling egg, the farmer became very rich. Again, the farmer is used. So we can write instead of the farmer, he. So that our statement will be, by selling eggs, he became very rich. One day, again the farmer is written. We can write, he decided to get all eggs in a single day. Again the farmer is written. So we can write he killed the duck, but the farmer, instead of the farmer, we can write he, but he did not get any golden egg inside. Again the farmer, instead of the farmer, we can write he became very sad. He repented for this act. So we have seen in this paragraph, if we have talked about something once, so we don't have to use that word again and again. We can use instead of that some pronouns. For example, like in this paragraph, we have used he in place of the farmer. So let's know more about pronouns in this chapter. Let's start with part number A with the definition of pronouns. So words that are used in place of nouns are called pronouns. Part number B says we have different kinds of pronoun. Pronoun are of following kinds. First, it is personal pronoun. Second, reflexing or emphasizing pronoun. Third, demonstrative pronoun. Fourth, distributive pronoun. Fifth, possessive pronoun. Sixth, indefinite pronoun. Seventh, relative pronoun. And eighth, reciprocal pronoun. Let's read about them one by one. So let's start with part number C, which is personal pronouns. Pronouns that stand for person or thing are called personal pronouns. Personal pronouns stand for three persons. First person, for which we can use I, we, me, us, mine, ours. These pronouns are for the person speaking. Second person, we can use you and yours. The second person is the person spoken to. Then comes third person. For that we can use he, she, it, him, her, his, they, them, theirs, etc. Third person is the person or thing spoken of. Now let's see the position of personal pronoun. Pronouns like I, we, you, he, she, it, they are used in the subject position. For example, I am eating my breakfast. So here I is the pronoun and we have used that in subject position. Similarly, in the second example, we are doing our homework. Third says it is a new pen. Now pronouns like me, us, you, him, her, it, them are used in the object position in the sentence. It and you can be used both in the subject and object positions. For example, Neha gave me a gift. Second is, they told you the secret. Third is, I put it in a box. Now related to this concept, let's do some questions. In part number D, we have to fill in the blanks with the suitable personal pronouns, choosing them from the brackets. Let's see the first part. He rang Rahul and invited Dash to the dinner. So we have to choose between he or him. So here, he rang Rahul and invited him to the dinner. So we'll write him in the sentence. In the similar manner, you have to do rest of the parts of this exercise by yourself. Let's move on to the next part of this chapter, which is part number E, reflexive and emphatic pronouns. Pronouns are called reflexive pronoun when the action of the verb turns back on the subject. Reflexive pronouns are usually object of the verbs. For example, I do my duty myself. Second example is Rahul blamed himself for the defeat. Now, emphatic pronouns when reflexive pronouns are used to emphasize the nouns. They are called emphatic pronouns. For example, she herself cooked the food. We ourselves finished the project. Now, next comes a question in which we have to underline the reflexive pronoun and circle emphatic pronouns in the following sentences. So, let's see part number 1 of this question. I saw it myself. Since I and myself are not written together, so here myself will be the reflexive pronoun. In the similar manner, you have to do rest of the parts by yourself. So let's move on to the next part of this chapter, which is part number G, demonstrative pronouns. Pronouns that are used to point out the things and person they refer to are called demonstrative pronouns. For example, this is the poem my mother wrote. That was an interesting story. Now let's do some fill in the blanks with demonstrative pronouns. Let's do the first one. Dash pen is new. So here we can write this. This pen is new. In the second part, dash car is old. So we can write that car is old. In the similar manner, you have to do rest of the two parts by yourself. With that, let's move on to the next part of this chapter, which is part number I, distributive pronouns. Pronouns that refers to persons or things one at a time are called distributive pronouns. For example, each one of the girls is happy. Second is either of the roads leads to the bus stop. Now let's do some questions related to this concept. Here we have to fill in the blanks with the suitable distributive pronouns. First one is dash of the boys got the prize. So we can write each of the boys got the prize. Similarly, in the second one, dash of these answer is correct. Here also we can write each of these answers is correct. In the similar manner, you have to do rest of the two parts by yourself. Let's move on to the next part of this chapter, which is possessive pronoun. Pronouns that refers to possession or ownership are called possessive pronouns. For example, mine, yours, his, hers, ours, their. Difference between possessive adjective and possessive pronouns. First, we'll see possessive adjective. Then we'll move on to possessive pronouns. First one is, it is my book. Then possessive pronoun will be, this book is mine. Second point is, that is your bag. Possessive will be, that bag is yours. Now let's do some questions related to this concept. Here we have to fill in the blanks using possessive pronoun, choosing from the bracket. Let's see the first one. First one is, that coat is dash. So we have to choose between my and mine. So here we'll write that coat is mine. In the similar manner, you have to do rest of the parts by yourself. Let's move on to the next part of this chapter, which is part number M, interrogative pronouns. Pronouns that are used to ask questions are called interrogative pronouns. For example, who solved these sums? Second is, what is your aim in life? Now let's do questions related to this, which is part number N of your books. Fill in the blanks with suitable interrogative pronouns. In the first part, it is written dash came here in the evening. So here we are talking about a person, so we can write who came here in the evening. In the similar manner, you have to do rest of the three parts by yourself. If you have any doubt, you can refer your teacher. With that, let's move on to the next part of this chapter, which is part number O, indefinite pronouns. Indefinite pronouns are pronouns that are used to refer people or things without mentioning who or what exactly they are. They do not refer to anything or any person in particular. For example, can anyone answer this question? One must love one's country. Third one is, all is well. Now we have to fill in the blanks with indefinite pronouns. First one is, can dash pluck that fruit. So we can write, can anyone pluck that fruit. In the similar manner, you have to do rest of the parts of this exercise by yourself. Let's move on to the next part of this chapter, which is part number Q, relative pronouns. Pronouns that are used to refer to nouns mentioned previously are called relative pronouns. Relative pronouns can be used to join sentences. Pronouns like who, whom, whose, which, and that are called relative pronouns. So here a table is given. Let's read out this table. Relative pronouns like who or whom, we can use them for persons. For example, the cyclist who won the race trained hard. Next is This is the boy whom I gave your key to. Next pronoun is which. We can use which for animals or things. For example, this is the dog which chased me. Khichdi, which we eat at least twice a week, is one of my favorite meals. Next pronouns are whose or that. We can use them for person and things. For example, she is the girl whose father is a doctor. Next is, this is the watch that I bought yesterday. Now let's do some questions related to this concept, which is part number R of your books. In this, we have to take the correct option. Question number 1 is, the neighborhood dash we live is safe. So we have three options: where, whose, who. So according to the sentence, we can write the neighborhood where we lived is safe. So we will take option number A, which is where. In the similar manner, you have to do rest of the parts of this exercise by yourself. Let's move on to the next, which is part number S, reciprocal pronouns. Pronouns that express mutual action or relationship are called reciprocal pronouns. There are two reciprocal pronouns. First is each other and next is one another. We use each other when two persons are involved. We use one another when more than two persons are involved. For example, Shravan and Suman hate each other. They gave each other presents. We use one another when more than two persons are involved. For example, the children spent the afternoon kicking the ball to one another. The employees blamed one another for the failure of the project. Let's do some questions related to this concept, which is part number T of your book. Here we have to fill in the blanks with each other or one another. Part number 1 is, Rohan and Priya bought dash presents for Christmas. Since here we are talking about only two persons, Rohan and Priya, so we will write Rohan and Priya bought each other presents for Christmas. In the similar manner, you have to do rest of the parts of this exercise by yourself. And if you have any doubt, you can refer your teacher. I hope you understood and enjoyed the concept we have learned today. So we'll meet in the next class with a new chapter. Till then, bye-bye and take care.